Okay, lower body exercises. We're going to go through. First one is a side lunge to a narrow squat. So what we're going to do is stand up. We're going to take a big step out to the side. We're going to push our butt back as far as we can. This leg stays straight. I'm bending this leg. I'm pushing my butt back, but I'm keeping my chest up. And I'm going to drive up off my outside leg, come in, narrow squat down. When I narrow squat, I put my weight through my heels, my butt goes down and back, and I drive up through my heels, squeeze my butt at the top. Okay, so you're going to put those two moves together. It's a side lunge to a narrow squat. Okay, side lunge, drive up off that foot, narrow squat. When you do your squat, don't collapse over. Okay, a squat is like peeing in the woods. We're going to drop our butt down and back. Weights in the heels, drive it up and squeeze. Okay? And that's the same for your air squats. So when you do your side lunge to narrow squat, you're going to do one side, then you're going to do the other side. Okay, your air squat. Feet are slightly wider than shoulder width. Again, our butt goes down and back. All the weights in our heels, we drive it all the way up. Squeeze your butt at the top, come back down. Okay, so it's butt down and back. It's not chest falling over. From the side, down and back, drive it up. Okay, your range of motion might not be quite there if you're here and you're driving up nice and strong. Okay, you find that spot. If you go down low and you have to put your hands on your legs to get back up, you've gone too low. You only want to go down as low as when you can drive up, back up nice and strong. Okay, so that's your side lunge to narrow squat, your regular just air squat. We're going to do a reverse lunge. So I'm going to stand up nice and tall. Okay, you want to engage your core on this one for balance. My hips are square. I'm going to take a big step back with my foot, drop my knee straight down, and then come up together. Okay, reverse lunges here. I'm going to show you from the side. Big step back, drop that knee down. There's a nice straight line from my knee all the way up to my chest. Go back together. Big step back, reverse lunge. Boom. Okay, if you need a little balance or support, hold on to the back of a chair to keep your chest upright, and then take that step back. Same thing with that lunge. Don't go down deeper. If you go down and you're struggling to get back up, you're not quite there yet. Take your lunge a little shallower and build up your strength, and then increase your range of motion and flexibility and strength and take it deeper and deeper. We're going to be doing lunges the whole time through. Okay, so start out with the basics, find your starting point. Again, if your balance is a little off, just have a chair there. You can have fingertips on there on your chair holding on. Plie squats. So it's a squat, but we're out nice and wide. Okay, we angle our toes out and we bring our feet out as wide as we can, keeping our chest up and balanced. We drop it down. You can even nab the arms, plie up, down, and up. Okay, just like with any squat, our weight is in our heel. Okay, and we're dropping that butt down. Okay, so it's not a fold over at the chest. It's dropping the butt down and up. Boom. Those ones you can't really go as deep on. They're a little bit more challenging. And you're targeting inner, outer thigh, and your butt cheek. So you want to squeeze that at the top. As you drive up through those heels, drive that power all the way up, squeeze, and then bring it back down. Good mornings. These are for your hamstrings and a little lower back. They're kind of like a deadlift, but without any weight. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. Arms come up to our sides. We're going to hinge over at the waist, down and up. Okay, so your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay, my hands come up. Watch my hinge. It's at my waist only. I'm not collapsing. I have a nice flat back. Okay, so my arms go up. I'm going to bend it over and come up. If you go down and you start to collapse, you've gone too far. Okay, so it's a push your butt back, hinge at the waist, come up nice and strong. Okay, if you have a mirror, please do these exercises in a mirror so you can double check your form. If you do have any issues or need modifications, please let me know. Those good mornings are crucial to get your hinge at the waist. And up top, you're not collapsing over. Your back is nice and flat. There's like a teeny little arch in your lower back. Okay? As you hinge over, your butt goes back so that you can bend into that good morning and your legs stay straight. I'm going to show you one more time. Hinge it over and up. Okay? Go slowly on those and try to keep your head in one position. Don't go down and up because you'll get a little dizzy. And those don't feel like you're doing anything until you roll out of bed the next day. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, she was right. Hamstrings it is. All right, so those are good mornings. Excellent for your posterior chain, glutes, lower back, hamstrings. They're awesome. Calf raises. These ones you can add weight to, and you can add weight to any of these. When you do your squats, you can hold a dumbbell. So you can add weight to any of your leg exercises just by holding a dumbbell and increase the difficulty of doing your squats and lunges. Calf raises, same thing. You can have a weight in each hand or not. You're just going to come up on those toes, squeeze, and come back down. Squeeze, back down. Okay, side angle. I'm just going up on my toes, squeeze, back down. Okay, last one is bridges. So these ones we're going to do down on the floor. Okay. So you're going to come down. You want to keep your upper arms down on the ground. You're going to kind of use your elbows to brace yourself. And this exercise is targeting your glutes and your hip flexors. So if you feel it in your hamstrings, that means that your feet, your heels are too close to your bum. So move them out so that you want to drive down through your heels to lift your pelvis up to the ceiling. But if you feel it in your hamstrings more than your glutes, walk those heels out a little bit, okay? You want to totally isolate your glutes and your hip flexors as you drive up to the ceiling. So I'm down, okay? Find that position where I can drive down with my heels. I'm going to have my elbows. I'm going to lift my pelvis up to the sky, squeeze all the way back down and back up. Okay, those are bridges, and those are your lower body exercises for week 1.